promised you guys a video where I talk about my failures, right? Um, but I think just sharing with you guys, because I remember making that vision board. I didn't exactly show you guys what I had on that vision board or what I have on that vision board. But I think if I talk about some of the things that are there, I mean, we are on the fourth quarter of the year. I should have at least smashed a lot of those goals already because we are on Q4, right? So I'm going to talk about not smashing some of those goals and also speak about the lessons, some of the lessons that I have learned. We're going hiking. I can already feel it. Don't mind my cute eyes over here. Anyway, it's a Sunday afternoon, and this is paint. If you're wondering, it's paint, and I don't know how to get it off. Favorite old, very comfortable jersey, and I wore it at a construction site, and we were painting, and yeah, I clearly leaned on something that had paint. Anyway, yeah, it's a Sunday afternoon, and I'm about to do some cleaning. I decided a while back to make Sundays one of those days where I try and clean my space, clean around the house. There's something about a clean space and starting a fresh week. And so I don't even really have time during the week to be um, doing proper cleaning. So weekends normally work better. I'm just finding Sunday afternoons a very nice day to clean up. Normally, I like doing nothing on a Sunday afternoon, to be honest. When I come back from Christian meetings, I just like relaxing, watching my favorite series, or doing something with friends, chilling with friends, just. But I do feel like sometimes that is just a waste of time if I do it all the time. I feel like there are things that I need to do and I don't do them because I feel like I need to rest. I prioritize too much rest because it's fine to rest. Not like I don't rest if I clean, but you know, I don't need the whole day to rest. Okay, when there's things that I could be doing that will actually benefit me, because also very quite frustrating to start a week and I need to get work done and I need to clean at the same time, and there's just a whole lot of things that I need to do all at the same time. That is a lot of pressure. If I can take some of that pressure off and just do some things over the weekend, that's great. So I'm gonna get my laundry done. I'm gonna clean up. Sundays, I feel like really work well when I do that. I really start my week feeling really good. So let's get to the cleaning. Let's get to the laundry, then to the cleaning. No, I will not take you guys along. Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well. So I promised you guys a video where I talk about my failures, right? Um, but I think just sharing with you guys, because I remember making that vision board. I didn't exactly show you guys what I had on that vision board or what I have on that vision board. But I think if I talk about some of the things that are there as relates to business and maybe some personal goals as well. I won't go into my spiritual goals because I definitely also have there, literally have my personal day to day, everything relating to just me, health, and all of that, business goals, and my spiritual goals, because I feel like those three things, my world at this point revolves around those three things. We're not going to talk about my spiritual goals. I can't, let me move that. I want to bring this phone closer, but I've got pictures there that are not supposed to be on the internet. They're fine there, but they're not supposed to be here. Those have to do with my spiritual goals. But some of those pictures, you definitely find them on jw.org, but I'm not supposed to have them here. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be creating content with those pictures. I'm just going to try and talk about some of the things that I have over there. It is Q4, right? And when I think about my overall performance for the year, I mean, we are on the fourth quarter of the year. I should have at least smashed a lot of those goals already because we are on Q4, right? So I'm going to talk about not smashing some of those goals and also speak about the lessons, some of the lessons that I have learned that are going to help me do things a little bit better moving forward, right? So firstly, let's speak about growth, my growth on my social media platforms. So I have those right there. I have those right here. 1, 2, 3. The first one is my Instagram page. I can probably bring the camera a bit closer. These were my pages in the beginning of the year when I was creating this, right? This was my Life with Zimkita page, closer. It's a closer YouTube channel, and that is my Closer Lessons IG page, right? So the idea of putting those there was that I want to see growth at the end of the year. I would like my pages to grow, right? If you've been following me for a while, you know that from time to time I'd say that don't worry yourself about numbers. So why am I showing you numbers right now if I'm always like, don't stress yourself about numbers? The main reason why I'm like, don't stress yourself about numbers when I'm encouraging you to start your online business if that's what you want to do. I'll say, don't stress yourself about numbers. Just do your thing. Post your videos, post your content, put out there whatever it is that you want to put out there, and don't stress that I have 0 followers and I don't have this and I don't have that. The reason why I say that is because that is out of your control at this point. The only thing that you have in control is that you can create your content and you can post it. So one thing about me is that I love being a happy person, guys. I am generally a happy person and I love being a happy person. And I feel like once I start stressing about things that are out of my control, now I'm losing my happiness. I start slowly being unhappy and I don't like that. So I try my best not to allow things that are out of my control to be in control of how I feel, because I'm like, I have no control of that. Okay, that is in other people's hands, whatever they decide, blah blah, but I don't have control of that. So I need to do my part. I need to do what I can control. And that's the reason why I'll normally say don't stress yourself about numbers, because you can't control that. Have I always thought this way when it comes to like number of subscribers, number of followers and stuff as relates to business? No. When I started my first online business, I had high hopes that I'm going to quickly get a lot of followers, and that didn't happen. And then later I realized that maybe it's not a bad thing that I don't have a lot of followers. That was then, or a lot of subscribers. This channel right here was about my jewelry business before, right? Because the reason why I was like, it's not a bad thing that I don't have a lot of subscribers and I don't have a lot of followers, is that I realized how much of an amateur I was. Literally was trying things out, didn't know how to create video content. I'm not the best right now. I am far from being the best content creator right now, but compared to that time, I'm doing pretty good right now. Then I had no idea. I didn't know how to shoot content, put it together, make it into a reel. And I had no idea what all of that was. So I was just learning these things. Sometimes I'll create this video, I would post it and realize this is horrible. It is terrible. And I wait a bit, maybe 2, 3 days, and I'm like, I can't take watching this video. It looks terrible, and I take it off. But then I later was like, no, Zim, don't take them down. That has a whole different reason on its own. But like, I just literally didn't know what I was doing. And so eventually I was like, maybe it's not such a bad thing that you don't have a lot of people seeing this horrible content that you're creating. Anyway, and then moved on from that. My jewelry business wasn't doing very well. That's where I started with my tutoring. And I was not worried about followers, and I was not even thinking that it's gonna grow as big as it is now. I did not even dream of having an IG page that is as big as it is now. I didn't dream of that. The goal there was just to have a few, just to be able to get a few students that I will teach and they pay me, period, because I was trying to just to get some money coming in. That's it, right? So that took off pretty well, though. In a few months, that page grew quite big, and I was like, I like this growth thing. Let's okay, we're growing. So I got to a point where I started losing followers. When I first noticed the decline in followers, I was like, and then I had to quickly say Zim, and I quickly had to bring my mind back. I quickly had to have a quick chat with myself because I don't like it when I allow myself to feel types of ways, knowing that at that particular time I'm doing what I can at that point. So if there's people that decide, no, this page is not for me, or I don't like whatever she's doing now, that's their opinion, and it's great, it's working for them. But you cannot allow you to feel some type of way because a person had an opinion. That is just not something that you like. You have an opinion of things, and don't always expect people to like your point of view. It's okay when people have a different point of view. That's great. I also like having my perspective, and there's no reason to fight that. We're different people, right? So yeah, so from then, after having that bit of a chat with me, I realized that no, man, as long as you are doing your best at that time, stop worrying about numbers. So the decline in the amount of followers on IG was after I put that on my vision board. Because that decline only happened after I had like 103,000 followers on Instagram, and then the graph started to go down, right? So now I'm like on 90 something K. So that was before. And I stuck all of those there. I was just like, I would like to see some growth. When it comes to Instagram, just work a little bit more than you're working, but you're not going to stress yourself about how much you grow, okay? I was very intentional about YouTube because I was like, if I grow on YouTube, there's a possibility that YouTube could pay me one day. So YouTube is worth taking note of your numbers, but do not prioritize this number thing that you end up feeling some type of way when things just don't happen the way that you would like, when you don't see the amount of growth that you want to see. Do not give yourself a headache because of that. Okay, so that was me speaking to me, and if you feel it's helping you as well, great. That was me saying, yes, you will start your YouTube channel. It will be great if you grow because YouTube has the potential of paying you one day, but you will not now in your head focus on numbers. Just do what you can. Create content, post it, that's it. That's your job. If it does grow, great. If it doesn't grow, you will not die. You just will have tried, okay? So that's how I had that there. But now let's go to the point where I learn a lesson. I started my YouTube channel for my Xhosa lessons, and yes, I do see some growth. Is it the type of growth that I would be like over the moon about? No, but it's growth. And when I look at both of my IG pages, is there growth? Yes. Is it the type of growth that I would be like crazy over? No, but there's growth. Here's where the lesson is now, and this is what I want to try and do next year. Great. My ring light died, but it's okay. We still have the lamp on. So next time I put goals on a vision board, here's one thing that I have learned. I need to be very clear about my goals. Like I literally need to say, if I want to see growth, how much growth would I like to see? If it is that on YouTube, I would like to see growth. How much growth would I like to see? How much growth? I literally need to set a number, be very specific, that if I would like to see 1,000 subscribers, I need to write down 1,000 subscribers and work toward that very specific goal. What I did this year, I said, I want to see growth. I only had what was there, and I said I wanted to see growth. So growth could be one extra follower or two extra subscribers. That is growth. That is growth, and I would not be able to complain to anyone. If someone were to ask me, is that not growth? That is growth, because I was not specific. Right? I was not specific. And the thing is, when it comes to things that are on there, everything that is on that board, things that I wanted to be able to get, things that I wanted to invest in buying, they actually depend on how well my businesses are doing. So things that I actually want to get by, whether it is the personal things or they are things that I'm buying to invest more into my business, all of that depends on how well my business is doing. So I need to set very specific goals, especially for business, right? And YouTube, I really want to pay attention to YouTube because of the potential of having YouTube pay me one day and could help me be able to reach some other goals that I have there. And then I have on my board some goals that have nothing to do with money, that are health related and so forth. And there it has literally just been a matter of what we spoke about on my last video, consistency, right? So I did mention that I have not been finding consistency very easy.